How to Force Your Brain to Do Hard Things in Just 30 Days. Written and published by United Sports. There is a silent battle happening inside your mind every single day. One part of you wants to grow, evolve, and achieve greatness. The other part whispers excuses, tells you to rest, and convinces you that difficult tasks can wait. This battle determines whether you stay stuck in the same place or break free and transform your life. If you've ever struggled to stay disciplined, to push through discomfort, or to take action on something that challenges you, know this: it's not your fault. Your brain is wired to resist difficulty. But here's the truth: you can override this resistance. You can force your brain to do hard things. And in just 30 days, you can reprogram your mind for unstoppable success. The human brain is a powerful machine, but it doesn't always work in your favor. It prioritizes comfort over growth, pleasure over effort, and ease over struggle. This is why most people quit when things get hard. The brain is not lazy by accident. It is designed for survival. It sees hard work as a threat and convinces you to avoid it. But those who succeed in life are not the ones who listen to these thoughts. They are the ones who learn to control their minds, push through discomfort, and take action despite resistance. The secret to doing hard things is not about motivation. It's about understanding the way your brain works. When you wake up and feel unmotivated, it's not because you're weak. When you hesitate to start a challenging task, it's not because you lack talent. It's simply because your brain is wired to resist change. But here's the key: you can train your brain like a muscle. The more you push through resistance, the stronger your mental discipline becomes. The only thing standing between you and success is your ability to control your thoughts and actions. United Sports is here to help you break this cycle. In this audiobook, you will learn how to reprogram your mind, push past procrastination, and force yourself to take action. Every part of this series is designed to help you step into a new version of yourself. One that doesn't run from challenges, but embraces them. This is not just about working harder. It's about working smarter, understanding your mind, and learning how to win the battle of self-discipline. To truly force your brain to do hard things, you need to understand the hidden forces controlling your actions. Every time you decide to do something difficult, your brain activates the pain and fear response. The same response that was once useful for survival, but now holds you back from growth. But here's something powerful: pain and effort are not enemies. They are signals of growth. The discomfort you feel when doing something hard is the exact feeling you need to embrace. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Winners train themselves to lean into discomfort. The next 30 days can change your life if you commit to this process. By understanding why your brain resists hard things, you can begin to fight back. You will learn how to break free from mental resistance, develop powerful habits, and force yourself to act even when you don't feel like it. Imagine a version of yourself that no longer hesitates, no longer avoids tasks, and no longer lets excuses win. That version of you is possible, and this audiobook will show you how to build it. In the next part, we will break down exactly why your brain avoids hard tasks and how to identify the mental traps that keep you stuck. Once you recognize these patterns, you will gain the power to override them. Understanding your own mind is the first step to mastering it. And when you master your mind, you take control of your entire life. The journey to mental strength starts now. If you're ready to transform your mindset, commit to this challenge, and follow through with every part of this audiobook, you will be shocked at what you can accomplish in just 30 days. Your future self is waiting. The only question is, will you take the first step? This is United Sports, bringing you the knowledge and motivation to break through your limits. If you found this valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The next part is crucial, so stay tuned, because we're about to uncover the hidden forces behind why your brain avoids hard tasks. And once you understand them, you'll never be controlled by them again. Why your brain avoids hard tasks. The brain is a fascinating machine, built for survival. It has one primary job: to keep you safe. This is why, when faced with a difficult task, your mind instantly looks for an escape. It tells you that you're too tired, that you'll do it later, that it's too hard. These thoughts don't come from laziness. They come from an ancient survival instinct that sees effort as a risk. For thousands of years, humans had to conserve energy to survive. Hunting, gathering, and finding shelter took effort, and wasting energy on unnecessary tasks could mean death. Even though life has changed, the brain hasn't. It still avoids anything that seems too difficult because it believes hard work could lead to exhaustion, and exhaustion could be dangerous. This is why starting something difficult always feels uncomfortable. It's not because you're not capable. It's because your brain is trying to protect you. But here's the truth. Growth only happens when you step beyond comfort. If you listen to the part of your brain that avoids effort, you will stay the same. If you learn to push past it, you will unlock strength you never knew you had. The greatest achievers in history were not special. They simply understood this mental trick. They knew that their brains would resist, so they trained themselves to take action anyway. The secret is simple. You must act before your brain has time to talk you out of it. Procrastination is the brain's way of escaping discomfort. When something feels difficult, the brain looks for an easier option, scrolling through your phone, watching a video, or finding a distraction. But each time you give in, you strengthen the habit of avoidance. The key to breaking this cycle is to catch yourself in the moment and make a different choice. When you feel resistance, don't think. Just start. The hardest part of any task is beginning. Once you take the first step, your brain stops fighting and momentum takes over. The trick is to lower the barrier to entry. If the task feels overwhelming, commit to just 5 minutes. Often, those 5 minutes turn into an hour because getting started is the real battle. Another powerful strategy is to reframe how you see difficulty. Instead of thinking, "This is hard, I don't want to do it," train yourself to think, "This is hard, but that means I'm growing." Every time you face resistance and push through, you are strengthening your mind. Every time you avoid discomfort, you are making weakness a habit. Your thoughts control your actions, and your actions shape your life. If you believe something is too hard, you will avoid it. If you tell yourself that struggle is a sign of progress, you will start to embrace it. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who avoid difficulty. They are the ones who see it as a challenge to overcome. Discipline is not about feeling strong all the time. It's about building habits that remove the need for motivation. If you rely on motivation, you will always struggle because motivation comes and goes. But if you create systems that force you to take action, you will win every time. One of the best lessons is to never negotiate with your mind. When you decide to do something, do it. Don't allow yourself to debate whether you feel like it. The moment you start thinking, you give your brain time to convince you to quit. Winners don't ask themselves if they feel like working. They just show up and do the work. Every time you push yourself through discomfort, you are reprogramming your mind. At first, it will resist. But over time, something amazing happens. The difficult things start to feel normal. What once felt impossible becomes part of who you are. Your brain may try to trick you into thinking that effort is painful, but the real pain comes from staying the same. The regret of not taking action, the frustration of wasted potential, that is far worse than the temporary discomfort of hard work. Success is not about talent, intelligence, or luck. It is about mastering the battle within your own mind. The people who achieve their goals are not the ones with the easiest path. They are the ones who refuse to let resistance win. There will be days when you don't feel like showing up. Days when your brain tells you to rest, to wait, to do it later. But in those moments, you have a choice. You can give in to the old patterns, or you can step up and prove to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses. It all starts with awareness. The next time you feel like avoiding something difficult, stop and recognize what is happening. Tell yourself, "This is my brain trying to keep me comfortable. But comfort is not where I grow." Then take action immediately, before your mind has a chance to resist. Growth happens one decision at a time. The small moments where you choose discipline over comfort, action over avoidance, and progress over procrastination, those moments define your future. Over the next 30 days, your goal is to train your brain to work for you, not against you. To break the cycle of avoidance and build the habit of action. Every time you push through resistance, you are taking one step closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. In the next part, we will go even deeper into the exact steps you can take to rewire your mind for discipline. Understanding why your brain resists is just the beginning. The real power comes when you learn how to override that resistance and take full control of your actions. Your future is not determined by your feelings. It is determined by your actions. And the best time to take action is always now. Rewiring your mindset for discipline. Most people believe that discipline is about forcing yourself to work harder, pushing through exhaustion, and using sheer willpower to succeed. But this is not true. Discipline is not about force. It's about training your mind to think differently. When you change the way you see hard work, everything else becomes easier. The reason most people struggle with discipline is because they see it as punishment. They think waking up early is suffering, exercising is torture, and working on goals is painful. But successful people don't see it this way. They see discipline as freedom. Because when you master discipline, you gain control over your life. You no longer wait for motivation. You no longer let distractions win. You become the person who takes action no matter what. To rewire your mindset, you must start with a simple truth. Your brain will always choose comfort over growth, unless you train it otherwise. Every time you avoid doing something difficult, you reinforce the habit of quitting. But every time you push through, you strengthen the habit of discipline. It's not about being perfect. It's about choosing to show up, even when it's hard. One of the best ways to train discipline is through small, daily wins. People fail because they set huge goals but don't build the habits to support them. Instead of trying to change everything overnight, focus on one thing: winning each day. If you can make one disciplined choice today, you are already moving in the right direction. A powerful mindset shift is to stop seeing challenges as obstacles and start seeing them as opportunities. Every difficult task you complete makes you stronger. Every time you push through resistance, you become the kind of person who doesn't quit. This is how discipline is built, not in one big moment, but in the small choices you make every single day. Most people wait until they feel ready to take action. But the truth is, you will never feel ready. There will always be an excuse. There will always be a reason to delay. The only way to break this cycle is to act now. Successful people don't wait for motivation, they create it. They take action first, and the motivation follows. One of the best lessons in discipline is understanding the power of identity. If you see yourself as someone who struggles with self-control, you will continue to struggle. But if you start seeing yourself as a disciplined person, your actions will begin to match that identity. Instead of saying, "I have to work out," say, "I am the kind of person who takes care of my body." Instead of saying, "I have to work hard," say, "I am the kind of person who is committed to my success." Your identity shapes your actions. Discipline is not about removing all distractions. It's about learning to focus despite them. The world is full of distractions, and they will never go away. But what you can control is your ability to focus on what matters. The best way to do this is to create systems that make success automatic. Set up your environment in a way that makes discipline easy. If you want to read more, place books where you can see them. If you want to exercise, lay out your clothes the night before. Small changes make a big difference. Another powerful tool is the 5-second rule. The moment you feel resistance toward doing something important, count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This simple trick interrupts hesitation and pushes you into action. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. But if you act fast, you bypass doubt and start building momentum. Discipline is also about learning to control your emotions. Most people quit because they let their feelings decide their actions. If they don't feel like it, they don't do it. But disciplined people don't let emotions control them. They act based on their goals, not their mood. If you only work when you feel good, you will never reach your full potential. One of the biggest lies people believe is that success requires motivation. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand, is always there, if you build it. This is why some people achieve incredible things while others stay stuck. They are not smarter. They are not more talented. They have simply trained themselves to take action no matter what. The most disciplined people in the world don't think about whether they want to do something. They just do it. They understand that action creates results, not feelings. And once you start seeing results, discipline becomes easier. Success is addictive. When you experience growth, you want more of it. There is a powerful lesson in the idea that you are always training something. Every time you take action, you train discipline. Every time you avoid action, you train weakness. Which one do you want to get stronger? Because whatever you repeat becomes your habit, and your habits create your future. One of the best ways to build discipline is to use the 2-minute rule. If something feels overwhelming, break it down into just 2 minutes of effort. Instead of saying, I have to work out for an hour, say. I'll do just 2 minutes of exercise. Most of the time, once you start, you keep going. The hardest part is always beginning. If you want to master discipline, stop focusing on how far you have to go and start focusing on just making today count. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do everything at once. Just win today, then win tomorrow. Success is built one day at a time. Your brain is a tool, and like any tool, it can be sharpened. Every time you push through resistance, you are rewiring your mind for success. The first few days will be the hardest. But once you prove to yourself that you can do hard things, nothing will be able to stop you. Discipline is what separates winners from those who never reach their potential. But the good news is, anyone can build it. It's not a special talent. It's not something you're born with. It's a skill, and like any skill, it can be developed. By now, you understand that discipline is not about willpower. It's about training your mind to work for you, not against you. And once you master this, you gain control over your entire life. In the next part, we will break down the 30-day challenge that will help you rewire your mind step by step. You now have the mindset. Next, you need the strategy. Get ready, because this is where real transformation begins. If you found this valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to United Sports. The next part is the most important yet, so stay tuned and commit to this journey. Your best self is waiting. The 30-day challenge, step-by-step transformation. Change does not happen overnight. It happens through small, consistent actions repeated every single day. In the last parts, we uncovered why the brain resists hard tasks and how it tries to pull you back into comfort. Now, it is time to take control. This part is about action, real, practical steps that will force your brain to adapt, grow, and transform in just 30 days. This is not just a challenge. It is a blueprint for rewiring your mind and unlocking a stronger, more disciplined version of yourself. The first step is simple, yet most people ignore it. Decide. Not casually, not half-heartedly, but with absolute commitment. Decide that for the next 30 days, no excuse will stop you. No matter how tired you feel, no matter how unmotivated you wake up, you will push through. You will act. Because once you commit fully, everything changes. There is no room for doubt. There is only action. To break through mental resistance, start each morning by doing one thing you don't feel like doing. This could be getting out of bed immediately instead of hitting snooze. It could be taking a cold shower, doing 10 push-ups, or writing down your goals. The point is to teach your brain that action comes before feeling. You don't wait to feel ready. You train yourself to move first. Your brain loves routine. It follows patterns. And right now, your pattern might be avoidance, procrastination, distraction. That changes today. For the next 30 days, you will create a new pattern, one where action is the default. If you tell yourself to do something, you do it. No debate. No hesitation. Just execution. The more you repeat this, the stronger it becomes. Discipline is not a trait. It is a muscle, and you are about to build it. The biggest enemy in this challenge is your own mind. It will come up with every reason to quit. I'll do it later. I'm too tired today. This isn't working. Recognize these thoughts for what they are, lies. Lies designed to keep you comfortable. But comfort is not where growth happens. Every time you feel resistance, push forward. Every time you want to quit, take one more step. That is how transformation happens. To force your brain to do hard things, remove distractions. If your phone is a constant source of escape, put it in another room when working. If social media pulls you in, set strict time limits. The more you eliminate distractions, the easier it becomes to focus. And the more you focus, the more your brain adapts to deep work instead of shallow entertainment. Another powerful habit to build during this challenge is intentional discomfort. Every day, do something slightly uncomfortable. It could be speaking up in a meeting, working out when you don't feel like it, or pushing yourself an extra 10 minutes when studying. The goal is to teach your brain that discomfort is not a signal to stop, it is a sign of growth. The first 10 days will be the hardest. Your brain will resist. You will want to go back to your old habits. But if you push through these 10 days, something amazing happens. Your brain starts to shift. What once felt impossible becomes normal. What once required effort starts to feel automatic. This is the rewiring process in action. By day 15, you will notice a change. Your ability to take action will improve. Your hesitation will decrease. You will feel a sense of control over your own mind. This is when you realize that you were never truly weak. You were simply untrained. Around day 20, motivation will return. Not because you waited for it, but because you built it. Discipline creates motivation, not the other way around. Now, you will start looking forward to the challenge. You will crave progress. You will see yourself transforming, and that will fuel you even more. By day 25, the hardest part is over. You will have built new habits, reprogrammed your thinking, and proven to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever believed. The excuses that once held you back will feel weak. The struggles that once seemed impossible will feel manageable. You will realize that your brain no longer controls you. You control it. Day 30 will come faster than you expect. And when it does, you will look back and see a completely different person. Someone who takes action, who doesn't wait for motivation, who doesn't run from difficulty. You will understand that change is not about talent or luck. It is about consistency. And now, you have the blueprint to apply this to any area of your life. The key to maintaining this transformation is simple. Keep going. Don't stop at 30 days. Extend it to 60, then 90. Keep challenging yourself. Keep training your brain. The more you practice, the stronger you become. Some people will notice your growth. Others may not understand it. That does not matter. This journey is about you. About proving to yourself that you are capable of more. About breaking free from mental barriers and stepping into your full potential. The biggest lesson from this challenge is this: you don't need to feel ready. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need to start. And once you do, you will realize that the only thing standing between you and success was the belief that you couldn't do it. Now that belief is gone. United Sports is here to remind you that discipline is the key to everything. If you want a stronger body, a sharper mind, a better future, it all starts with training yourself to do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. If you've made it this far, you already have what it takes. Keep going. Keep pushing. Your future self is counting on you. Like, share, and subscribe to United Sports, and get ready for the next step, where we break down how to eliminate procrastination and unlock true mental toughness. Overcoming procrastination and mental blocks. Procrastination is not just laziness. It is the mind's way of avoiding discomfort. When a task feels overwhelming, the brain searches for an escape. It convinces you that you have more time, that you'll do it later, that right now is not the perfect moment. But here's the truth. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. The biggest mistake people make is waiting to feel ready. Readiness is a lie. Those who achieve great things don't wait for motivation. They create it. The moment you start taking action, no matter how small, you begin to break free from procrastination. Action creates momentum. The first step is always the hardest, but once you take it, everything becomes easier. The reason the brain resists difficult tasks is because it focuses on the entire challenge at once. It sees the mountain instead of the first step. This is why people feel stuck. But if you break things down, if you focus only on the next small action, you trick your brain into movement. Start small. Start now. Just start. Successful people have one thing in common. They master the 5-second rule. The moment an idea enters their mind, they act within 5 seconds. If you wait longer, doubt creeps in. The brain finds excuses. But if you move instantly, if you get up, write it down, take one small action, you silence procrastination before it takes control. Another powerful way to overcome mental blocks is to remove distractions. Your brain craves easy dopamine, scrolling, notifications, entertainment. These things steal your focus. If you want to train your mind for discipline, you must create an environment that supports it. Turn off distractions. Create space for deep work. Protect your focus. Most people believe they lack discipline, but what they really lack is clarity. When a task is unclear, the mind resists it. But when you define exactly what needs to be done, resistance disappears. Instead of saying, "I need to work out," say, "I will do 20 push-ups at 7 a.m. Instead of saying, "I need to study," say, "I will read 10 pages at 8 p.m. Clarity destroys procrastination. One of the most powerful lessons in overcoming mental blocks is the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. If it's a larger task, break it into something that takes only 2 minutes. The goal is to start. Once you start, your brain naturally wants to continue. Your emotions will try to control you. Some days you won't feel like working. Some days your mind will be filled with doubt. But feelings are temporary. They come and go. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Do not negotiate with your emotions. Train yourself to act regardless of how you feel. One of the biggest reasons people stay stuck is because they focus on results instead of progress. They want instant success, instant growth, instant rewards. But real progress is slow. Success is built through consistent effort, not overnight achievements. If you focus on progress, the results will come naturally. Mental blocks are nothing but illusions. They feel real, but they are just thoughts. And thoughts can be changed. When your mind says, "This is too hard," reframe it. "This is a challenge, and I am capable." When your mind says, "I don't feel like it," reframe it. "I act based on my goals, not my mood." You are not your thoughts. You are the one in control. One of the greatest lessons you can learn is that motion creates emotion. When you feel stuck, move. When your mind is tired, act. The body influences the mind. If you change your posture, your energy shifts. If you change your actions, your emotions follow. Never wait for motivation. Create it through action. Visualization is a powerful tool. Close your eyes and imagine the person you want to become. See yourself doing the hard things. Feel the confidence of overcoming challenges. Your brain does not know the difference between imagination and reality. When you visualize success, you program your mind to achieve it. Surround yourself with people who push you forward. Energy is contagious. If you spend time with disciplined, focused individuals, you will absorb their habits. If you surround yourself with lazy, negative people, their mindset will become yours. Protect your energy. Choose your environment wisely. Your identity shapes your actions. If you believe you are a procrastinator, you will act like one. If you believe you are disciplined, you will act accordingly. Change your identity first, and your actions will follow. Tell yourself, "I am the type of person who does what needs to be done, no matter what." Failure is not the enemy, stagnation is. If you try and fail, you are still moving forward. If you do nothing, you stay in the same place. Every mistake is a lesson. Every challenge is an opportunity. The only way to lose is to quit. Keep going. There is a secret weapon against procrastination: commitment. If you make a firm decision, nothing can stop you. Burn the bridges. Remove the option to quit. Tell yourself, "This is happening." There is no other way. Commitment turns goals into reality. Mastering your mind is a lifelong journey. There will always be challenges. There will always be moments of doubt. But if you train yourself to act despite fear, to push through discomfort, to take control of your thoughts, you become unstoppable. In the next part, we will go even deeper. Now that you understand how to break free from procrastination, it's time to build long-term mental toughness. Discipline is not just about short-term action, it's about creating habits that last a lifetime. Get ready, because your transformation is just beginning. Building long-term mental toughness. Mental toughness is not something a person is born with. It is built over time through consistent action. Every time someone chooses to push through discomfort instead of giving up, their mental strength grows. The mind, just like a muscle, becomes stronger the more it is challenged. This is why the most successful people in the world are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They are simply the ones who refuse to quit when things get hard. For the past 5 parts, we have explored how the brain resists hard tasks, how to rewire it for discipline, and how to push through discomfort. But the real challenge is not just forcing yourself to do hard things for a few days. The real challenge is making it a lifelong habit. Many people start strong, but lose motivation after a few weeks. This is where mental toughness separates those who achieve greatness from those who stay the same. The key to building long-term mental toughness is learning to embrace discomfort rather than avoid it. Most people think of pain and struggle as signs that they should stop. But those who succeed see pain as proof that they are growing. When a person works out, their muscles tear and rebuild stronger. The same happens with the mind. Every time someone pushes past their limits, their brain rewires itself to handle greater challenges. Many people believe they need motivation to take action, but the truth is, motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the wind. Mentally tough people do not depend on motivation, they depend on systems and habits. They create daily routines that force them to take action, whether they feel like it or not. They understand that waiting for motivation is the fastest way to stay stuck in the same place. One of the greatest lessons in mental toughness is understanding that your feelings do not control you. Your actions do. Successful people do not always feel like working hard. They do not always feel confident or ready. But they have trained themselves to act anyway. They understand that action creates results, and results create motivation. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple. Discipline. The ability to show up every single day, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching, is what separates champions from the rest. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when a person doesn't want to do it. It is the ability to silence excuses and take control of one's own destiny. Some people believe they are too weak, too tired, or too late to change. But that is a lie the mind tells to keep people comfortable. The truth is, mental toughness is built one small decision at a time. Every time a person chooses to get up instead of hitting snooze, to work instead of procrastinate, or to push through discomfort instead of giving up, they are rewiring their brain for success. One of the most powerful habits to build mental toughness is doing one hard thing every single day. This does not have to be extreme. It can be as simple as taking a cold shower, waking up early, or completing a task without distractions. The point is not the task itself. It is the ability to train the brain to handle discomfort. Over time, this habit makes even the hardest challenges feel easier. Another key to building mental toughness is controlling self-talk. The way a person speaks to themselves determines their actions. Weak-minded people tell themselves, "I can't do this, it's too hard," or "I'm not good enough." But mentally tough people speak differently. They say, "I will find a way, this challenge will make me stronger, and I control my actions, not my emotions." Life is full of obstacles. There will be days when everything feels impossible. There will be moments when quitting seems like the only option. But in those moments, the strongest people remind themselves why they started. They focus on their long-term vision rather than their temporary struggles. They know that every challenge is an opportunity to prove their strength. Success is not about talent, luck, or intelligence. It is about persistence. The person who keeps going, who refuses to break, and who continues pushing forward even when the odds are against them is the person who will achieve greatness. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. One of the biggest traps that destroys mental toughness is seeking comfort. Many people work hard only until they reach a certain level of success, then they slow down. They let their success make them soft. But true mental toughness means never becoming too comfortable. The moment a person stops challenging themselves, they start declining. Growth only happens outside of the comfort zone. A person's mindset determines their future. The weak-minded look for excuses, but the strong-minded look for solutions. The weak focus on problems, but the strong focus on progress. No one is born mentally tough, but anyone can become mentally tough with the right mindset and habits. Many people spend their whole lives avoiding struggle, but they fail to realize that struggle is what builds strength. Pain is temporary, but the rewards of pushing through last forever. No one remembers the easy days. No one grows from doing only what is comfortable. True success comes from embracing the hard moments and refusing to break. The journey to mental toughness is not easy, but it is worth it. In the beginning, it feels uncomfortable. The brain resists change. But over time, the difficult things that once seemed impossible become normal. Challenges that once felt overwhelming become routine. The person who once struggled with discipline transforms into someone unstoppable. Everything a person wants in life is on the other side of consistency. The ability to show up every day, to push through excuses, and to stay committed when things get hard is what separates winners from everyone else. A strong mind creates a strong life. Weakness is not an excuse, because strength is always a choice. In the next part, we will explore what it means to become truly unstoppable. Mental toughness is the foundation, but real transformation happens when a person learns how to use this strength to dominate every area of their life. If the goal is to live without limits, the key is not just being tough, it is becoming unshakable. This is the path to greatness. It is not easy, and it never will be. But the moment a person stops letting their mind control them and starts controlling their mind, they step into a new level of power. The choice is simple: stay the same or become stronger every single day. The journey continues. Stay committed, stay disciplined, and never forget, the strongest version of you is still ahead. Becoming unstoppable, the new you. There comes a moment in every person's life when they must decide, continue living the same way or rise above their limits. That moment is now. After understanding how the brain resists hard things, after learning how to rewire thought patterns, after breaking through procrastination and mental blocks, you are now standing at the edge of transformation. But here's the truth. Knowledge alone will not change your life. Only action will. And this final part is about taking everything you've learned and turning it into unshakable discipline. The strongest people in the world are not the most talented, nor the luckiest. They are simply the ones who refuse to quit. They show up when they don't feel like it. They push forward when their minds beg them to stop. They have trained themselves to act, no matter the circumstances. This is what it means to become unstoppable. And you, too, have this power inside you. Your brain has already started adapting. It has learned that resistance is not an enemy, but a signal to move forward. It has learned that discomfort is not a stop sign, but proof that growth is happening. Every difficult task you once avoided now becomes a challenge you embrace. Every excuse your mind throws at you is now just noise you ignore. The secret to mastering hard things is not motivation, it is repetition. Winners do not wait to feel inspired. They build habits so strong that action becomes automatic. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most disciplined minds, they all rely on systems, not emotions. And now, you are learning to do the same. There will be days when you don't feel like showing up. Days when your old habits try to creep back in. This is where most people fail. But not you. Because you now understand that discipline is a muscle. And the more you use it, the stronger it gets. When others stop, you keep going. When others make excuses, you take action. This is what separates the average from the exceptional. Your transformation will not happen in a single moment. It will happen in the small choices you make every day. The decision to wake up early when your body wants to sleep in. The decision to work hard when distractions are pulling you away. The decision to push forward even when progress feels slow. These small victories are what build an unstoppable mindset. Many people start strong but give up when results don't come fast enough. But the truth is, success is not about speed. It is about consistency. A tree does not grow tall overnight. A river does not carve through mountains in a day. Greatness is built through patience and persistence. And now, you have the mindset to keep going when others stop. There is no shortcut to discipline. There is no easy way to master hard things. But there is a guaranteed way to succeed. Never stop showing up. The moment you commit fully to this mindset, everything changes. Your brain no longer controls you. You control your brain. Hard things no longer scare you. They empower you. The world belongs to those who take action. The opportunities you want, the goals you dream of, the success you chase. It is all waiting for you on the other side of effort. But you must be willing to step up, to break free from comfort, and to keep moving forward even when progress is invisible. Most people stay trapped in their old patterns because they never make the decision to change. But you are different. You have spent the last 7 parts learning how to train your brain, how to break through limitations, how to push past fear and doubt. You are no longer just someone who listens to motivation. You are someone who lives it. Think about how far you've come in this journey. The person who started this audiobook is not the same person listening to this final part. You are stronger. You are more disciplined. You have built a mindset that can no longer be broken. And from this day forward, your life will reflect that change. Success is no longer a question of if. It is a question of when. Because when you refuse to quit, when you commit to the process, when you master the art of doing hard things, success is inevitable. There is nothing in this world that can stop a mind that refuses to break. The biggest lesson of this journey is simple. You are capable of more than you ever believed. The limits you thought you had were never real. The obstacles that once seemed impossible were just mental illusions. The only thing standing between you and your highest potential was your willingness to push through discomfort. And now, you have proven to yourself that you can. No one can do the work for you. No one can force you to take action. But you have everything you need inside you. Every time you push yourself beyond what you thought was possible, you become stronger. Every time you ignore excuses and take action, You step closer to the life you deserve. So now, the only question left is this. What will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it fade away like another piece of forgotten motivation? Or will you take action today, right now, and prove to yourself that you are truly unstoppable? The choice is yours. But if you have made it this far, if you have committed to this journey, if you have felt even a spark of transformation inside you, then you already know the answer. You will rise. You will take action. You will become the person who does hard things, no matter what. This is not the end of your journey. It is just the beginning. Every challenge from this moment forward is an opportunity to prove your strength. Every difficult task is a chance to remind yourself that you are built for this. United Sports is here to remind you of one thing. You have the power to transform your life. It all starts with a decision. So decide today, decide now, and step into the unstoppable version of yourself. If this audiobook has helped you, if you feel stronger, more focused, and ready to take on life's challenges, then do not keep this transformation to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to United Sports. Your journey to greatness has only just begun. Stay disciplined, stay relentless, and remember, the hard things you do today will build the unstoppable person you become tomorrow.